Grab a mic.
We're on set filming Chucky.
Come on, let's go behind the scenes.
He picks up a knife and camera, and action!
When did you become a killer?
Fans for decades have been wanting to know more about the origins of Chucky as a human being before he became the notorious killer doll.
Great question.
And this television show was the perfect opportunity to get into that.
With the series, it can become much more than a backstory. It can become part of what drives this story.
It is very fun to play this role. You're gonna see some pretty crazy stuff.
It was important to me that his origins be surprising, that you would think, oh, he's a serial killer. He probably was abused as a kid. He had a really rough upbringing. In fact, it's quite the opposite. He grew up in a very loving family, very normal, beautiful home. You don't want to answer too many questions about him because a certain amount of mystery is necessary.
He's a sociopath, and that's how he was born. This kid was going to be a killer no matter what.
If I'm honest, when I first read the script, I had to stop and put it down. I knew it was happening, but as I read the script, I started getting terrified because he stabs me in the closet.
I helped.
He stabs his own mother. That's terrifying.
Takes a small pocket knife and he just goes jab, 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 jab.
What if I'm not a killer?
Everybody's a killer if you push him far enough.
Lexi at that point has given him so much grief, and it's kind of pushed him over the edge.
No, we're cool now.
So Jake wants to hide his feelings about Lexi to Devin because he doesn't want to seem suspicious.
I wish I could, like, protect you or something. I know there's something wrong happening, and it's something that's, like, dangerous. I want to protect him.
See ya, Devin.
But also, I want a great story for my podcast.
You need to apologize to Jake.
What if I don't?
Last episode, he was mortified with Lexi's actions. But then this episode, he starts to really see how it has affected Jake.
What the hell are you doing? And it starts to freak Junior out a little bit.
It's come to our attention that Lexi has been bullying Jake.
Well, there's a parent-teacher conference between the Crosses and the Wheelers, because Lexi did some stuff.
When Lexi dresses up as my dead brother, that's probably the first time it really hits me that my brother is dead and this young girl's making fun of it. Why would you let her do that?
It's a cool scene because it's the first time that we see Lexi kind of getting repercussions for her actions. It's also the first time that Michelle and Nathan are seeing, wow, our daughter is a very bad person. They're kind of seeing what's going on behind the scenes, but they don't really pay attention to Lexi. They don't really pay attention to what she's doing to Jake and all the people she's hurting. So when they finally see what she's done, they almost feel embarrassed about it.
Well, it's that funny thing because, you know, like being a kid watching horror movies, and you're like, how can the parents be so stupid? I get now why the parents are so stupid.
Because of the stupid writer?
Well, no, because in your head, as an actor, you're like, yeah, you've got big grown-up things that you have to worry about. You're not actually paying as close attention to your kids as you think you are.
When the sun or the rain, we can be like they are.
That was a very fun scene. First of all, it's just a very cool song. So when Lexi's singing that song to her, she's almost kind of singing it to herself, too. It's kind of a cool homage to all the deaths in that episode, too.
Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper.
And also, Lexi, the only time I really see her softer side is when she's with her sister. And she wants to protect her, and she feels very responsible for being the one who's there for her because her parents are so involved in their jobs and, you know, don't really care about the family aspect. They care more about the look of their family.
You won't mention that Junior and our friends came over to Mom and Dad, right?
I loved working with Karina so much. I kind of took her under my wing in a way because I'm always used to being the youngest on set. So Karina being the youngest, my sisterly instincts are kind of kicking in. And she's the sweetest little girl, and we have the best time on set.
He likes to be hugged.
Oh, shit. My bad.
It's always a challenge when there's blood and gore. We always do at least 4 or 5 of the costume. That is a given. Whenever there's blood, whether it's trickling down the mouth, we always have to multiply everything.
So one of the things we deal with a lot on Chucky is his iconic knives. You can tell that there has to be safety factors involved. So not only are we using rubber knives at certain points, but there's also some knives that we have to shave down on the handle so that we can actually get them into the hand of Chucky himself.
This is for Jake.
Mom, I'm sorry I'm not the person that you wanted me to be.
I feel like he goes to the graveyard because he feels like he's doing everything wrong. He confides in his mom after deciding to give the doll to Lexi. That essentially means that he's going to kill Lexi. At that point, he regrets what he's done, and he feels that he's going to be responsible for a lot of damage and pain that's going to happen.
Shooting in a house on fire was crazy. They got to dance downstairs while Lexi was being attacked by Chucky and strangled. Yeah, it was awesome. They had so many firefighters standing by and everything was super safe, but it was also me cowering in a corner while my entire red room went up in flames. It was just gorgeous.
We have a blazing banister right out of the Changeling.
And they put like this plaque stuff on it or something, and then like when they light it, it would, and the camera would follow it.
It was very cool.
And we're all dancing in the background. That was fun.
But it was safe.
It was safe.
Definitely
It was cool.
safe, totally.
I'm gonna go kill your sister. You wanna come?
Sometimes people are born with some weird genetic predisposition toward this sort of mania. He was just a bad seed.